What's happening? So first of all, forgive my voice. But second of all, I want to give you today a challenge on one thing. It's going to be a simple challenge, sort of simple, in relationship to some key tools in Access, hi Grace, hi Adele, that I've used to change everything in my life. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about it and then give you what the challenge is, so hang out with me for a second. One of the things, I'm facilitating a foundation class right now in Perth, Australia. And I have these all over the world. I've got 2 more in North America in December and January, etc. But one of the sections in this manual is called the 10 Commandments of Access. Now, if you hang around Access Consciousness, you've heard facilitators talk about these 10 keys to total freedom. And it's very, very easy for things that you hear a lot to become sort of like rote, right? You kind of stop listening. And one of the things I became aware of about 2 or 3 years ago is the gigantic gift that these are if I'm actually willing to work them into my life. Did you guys know that I've taken 96 Access classes since I've been in Access Consciousness? 96. We did the math yesterday on my so good to see you too, Liliana. 96 classes, and I've taken a lot. I've taken a lot of advanced classes, and I goddamn guarantee you that in every single one of these advanced Access classes, the thing we come back to over and over and over is the 10 keys to total freedom. So I started to pick up on that, and I was like, if I make these my bitch, if I make the 10 keys to total freedom my thing, Zulfi, you're misguided in your attempts here, then my life will change. So it has. And I want to talk today and give you today one thing to play with, okay? One thing out of these 10 keys to total freedom to use to facilitate yourself a little different, okay? So one of the keys to total freedom, total choice, total possibility, total, all of that, is to not listen to or tell or buy your own story. Now, that doesn't mean don't use stories to illustrate points. It doesn't mean like don't use your story to create. But any time that you're using a but or a because for anything, you're in a story that you're using to limit you. Now, you may want to be limited. That could be fun. Consciousness includes you. No big deal. But if what you want is changing something, if you want to become a great facilitator of yourself so that you can have a different reality, you've got to be willing to be something different with yourself. And we talked yesterday in class about using control. You're a control freak, by the way. Public service announcement, you're a control freak. You can use your control to control yourself into more limitation, or you can use your control to control yourself into more freedom. And so this challenge I'm about to give you is where you have the opportunity, the possibility of controlling yourself into more freedom. Now, what I mean by that is the challenge is going to be to listen to yourself in totality, okay? Today, out loud, in your head. And I want you to begin to pay attention to when you go into, well, I would do this, but, or I can blah, 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 but, or I'm doing this because. And I want you to, your challenge today is to stop yourself at your buts and your becauses. Literally just stop. As soon as you hear it or you're thinking it, like put a sticky note somewhere that goes but and because, but and because, and stop yourself immediately. And then the challenge is to go, I'm choosing this not because of anything, but I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this. Say it 4 times, just for fun. With every single thing that you hear yourself say, okay? Just for today. Even if today's almost over, you can do it tomorrow. We'll do a 24-hour period from this video because I'm going to pop back on here again tomorrow. And I want you to start to notice, just start to listen to yourself different. And when you hear yourself say but or because, stop. That's your first challenge, is to stop. Because one of the things that happens is that we let ourselves just run amok. We let ourselves be a really terrible 2-year-old, right? And we just run amok in our own heads. And so we just justify all these choices we're making, which doesn't actually give you you. Your justifications for the choices you're making are the deepest wound that you can make to you. It's not a kindness to you to actually justify what you're choosing. It's mean, weirdly. The most empowering thing you can be with yourself is that place where you're like, hey, I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this. Because in that space, it's just total allowance for you choosing whatever you're choosing. And the gift that you give yourself is that you're choosing this because you're choosing this. And if you want to choose something else, you could. When you justify your choices, you don't actually give yourself that gift. You take away choice from you. You create for yourself with your buts and because as a no choice universe. You are officially an asshole to yourself. And this course, this class that's starting on Thursday that you're invited to, ChrystelJoyCrawford.com/becominggreat, is the 12-week adventure into never being an asshole to yourself again. Stop being mean to you and justifying your choices. Just for 24 hours. Play with it for 24 hours. So here's your homework. Listen to yourself. When you say but or because to anything, stop. That's step number 2 is the stop. And I don't care what you have to do to interrupt yourself. Say stop. Never mind. Do a movement. I don't care. And then say, I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this. And see what happens. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to be comfortable, but that thing that Gary Douglas said that I put at the top of this video, do you want to learn to have freedom? This is the learning to have freedom process. Or do you want to pretend that you want freedom? When you allow yourself to just run amok and like have all these justifications and all these reasons for things, you're pretending that you want freedom. What would it take for us to choose to learn to have freedom? Okay, cool? So I would love to hear from you on this video. Like if you start playing with this, come back to this video and comment on it or send me a message and tell me what's showing up for you. And I will be back here again tomorrow to give you another very mini challenge so that you can start to see the effects of these tools and how you can begin to use them differently. You can begin to be great with you instead of maybe being an asshole to you, okay? And if you already know you want to come join us in the class, it's ChrystelJoyCrawford.com/becominggreat. You can come join us. We have 2 ways to pay. I'm super grateful for you. I hope you have fun. Yep, I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this because I'm choosing this. That's it. All right? I adore you. Have fun with that today. What would it take to change your life in a way that really works for you? And I will see you tomorrow.